Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a squad from the American, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Pirates will kick it away to start. That is not the way you want to start, with the kickoff going out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Moving away from pressure. Fires on the move. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Rides the back on the option, the give.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's got him. Breaks the and runs through another one. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Golden Gophers are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down. They're
dealing with a second and long. Pressure coming. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The seventh play of this opening drive will be a third and long. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Gonna run it. It's Jenkins. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The Pirates want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff from the gun. Fights off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He breaks a tackle.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Hauser. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys, this offense has not scored a single point so far.
And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
I don't know if anybody saw this happening. He's 0 for 6 to start the game throwing it. He's just not seeing the field real well. The defense has done a great job in the back end and with their pass rush, making life really hard on him. But they've got no points, and it's not a surprise. I mean, they thought they would be able to find some explosive plays throwing it early. That has not been the case.
Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Pirates look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Pirates moving quickly to the line. To the ground with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. wide receiver going in motion. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. And the Pirates kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying play action. Using his legs to buy some time. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Quick completion on the out. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, ECU!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it.
And that one is picked up in the end zone.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Snagged in the middle, it's Connor. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking downfield, it's Hauser. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. A 3rd and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates. Fitted in the window for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That keeps the score. East Carolina 12, Minnesota 10.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Fakes the grab. Breaks into the open. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Throwing right. It's caught downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly. And
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Hauser. He unleashes a long one. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half, because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return,
fires deep toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. That's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From the 30-yard line on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Gets away from one. He's got space. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. After making one field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. Never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. The Golden Gophers will boot it away to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Off play action. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit the...
Time to take a shot. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. This time on target. Turning it on. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pearson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got...
There he goes! They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Pirates are in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Power football with the run. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And the Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. He's taking the shot. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him down with this offense to set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Pirates, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackler. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Pass to 50. Pass to 30. Pass to 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Minnesota! Just to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. And and no chance at a return here. Start this drive at their own 25. On the run, it's Alexander. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hudson. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Pavia. The quick out. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
They stop him short of the mark. They'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you... game, trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for them.
Leaves it with the back. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
and we are not experts. We know a little bit about football, but one thing we all know, it's hard to win if you're going to continue to turn the football over. A fumble, an INT, a fumble. But you're not going to score many points if you keep making donations to the other team.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
On the move. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Pavia. He's got it on the move. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Looking to the end zone. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Complete to start this drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The play action fake. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Finds his man in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Oakley. That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Edwards. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Off play action on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Complete to the right. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Johnson wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Swanson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. Kansas State quick to the line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Oakland. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker, it's Oakland. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He'll bring it back out to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Pavia. Just a short pass to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Gets it to him on the screen. No sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got it. Slips through the line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Now he's looking into the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Wildcats! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to pass, it's Pavia. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the first half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Commodores come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, baby!
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Kansas State pushing the pace. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Got rid of it just in time.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Johnson looking to throw. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. On 4th down, Kansas State will try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab on the big throw. Open spaces. Touchdown, Kansas State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He wants to take the top off. He's got it for a big play. And he got away from the defense and takes it in.
most of what we saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half, when you got to have it. Execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Commodores will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Never a doubt. That'll bring them to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Johnson wants to throw it. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Spence. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught in the backfield, it's Hudson. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route. To the air. It's Pavia. Oh, they're after him. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Searching forward on the sneak. Touchdown, Commodores! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Johnson looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Still running at the 40. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish.
21.
So first down, we'll open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. They'll run play action. Lets it fly. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And some
welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Michigan ready to kick it off and get this game going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. offense in a bunch formation. On the ground, it's Lacey. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. The official says no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. On the move, it's Diggs. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Now sliding to his left. Got him downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Rebels have their offense in high gear. Back to the ground game on the left. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Rebels! setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And that's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Still looking on the move. Snagged out of the air. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Kim. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. The sure hands, it's Rooks. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Harris. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap, it's Harris. It's incomplete. Tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. give is to Taylor. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Pickup of 2. Now, a 4th down.
The Rebels will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Off play action. Using his feet to buy time. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Oh, out of space. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Kim. Fires to the big fella. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell.
Turning it on! Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
And the Eagles, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fires it down the seam. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. It's a fumble. They were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Harris. That's reeled in. It's high. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Harris. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat.
2nd down coming up.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that. But thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Kim. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down.
Really good job by this defense. 3rd down, understanding, taking away the pass first, but I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground, stop playing pass, come up and get him on the ground. Big 3rd down stop.
Between the uprights, it's good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll run the toss. Nice move to keep running. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. The Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. To the air, it's Kim. Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Ole Miss ready to send the try the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
There he goes. Bust through behind his pad. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rebels! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football. Make sure you get them on the ground.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Makes the grab. It's Rooks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Kim. Boom. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. They did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll run the option. The pitch. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll send the back in motion. Oh, a double pass. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Now the play fake. He uncorks one deep. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, and still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pocket breaking down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lee. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Scanning the field is Kim. Buys a little time with his feet. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. This time he's got his man. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Takes it the other way. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Oh, and he wants to throw. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the stomping has commenced.
Salt interwoven, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Looks as if they'll go for 2 with the subtlety of a sledgehammer with all these big guys. The play-action fake. Looking to scramble. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Caught over the middle. It's Lockett. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Eagles. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
Let's go.
Direct snap. It's Harris. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Oh, he's going to pass it. It's incomplete, and they've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's 3rd down. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Harris. Finds his man, it's right. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give them a different look. Direct snap. He's got the tight end. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got.
Here we go.
On the direct snap, it's Harris. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Harris. It's complete to the right. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Touchdown, Rebels! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win.
Oh, they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. And they got him. And he's dragged down. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Back to pass, it's Kim. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires him beautifully in on the crosser.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him and to keep the drive alive.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense.
Intercepted deep in his own end.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And the punishment has been extended.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day.
Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking for a man. It's Kim. Wide open downfield. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with the coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.